Welcome back to the channel. I've been sleeping out of this truck topper setup for the last week. Besides the bed not being all put together, I usually set it up on this side, and normally there's not a bunch of truck parts laying on the back. I've got like the, well, it's a mess right now. I have the solar panel set up. I've got a little tool chest back there with some things, a stove, water, and all my curtains and everything fell down, which is why we're going to be working on that today. I need to fix a lot of that. I did some really kind of janky looking spray paint job in a parking lot just to try and get by, but now I have some time to actually fix it up because I'm going to be truck camping again for the next week. This past week I found myself in New York State working as a production assistant on a film, which for me is a first ever. It was amazing to like get some experience on a much larger film set and actually see how things operate. There's just so many things going on at one time. It's amazing to watch and be a part of. So next week I'm actually going back to the same set to continue the work, but I want to just, like I said, make some improvements on the truck because there's things I can do that will make my time next week just a lot more enjoyable, and I won't have to spend so much time running around trying to buy things and fix things on the truck just to make it a pleasant time. So that's the plan today. I'm going to put those truck parts aside, but I'll show you briefly what we have in store for another video next week. Just tossing all of this aside for now. We've got a bunch of components here for the steering and suspension on the 98 Tacoma here. So I'll just kind of briefly tell you what's inside all the boxes. We have new sway bar bushings. We have new rack and pinion bushings. End links, I have one for each side. Outer tie rods, again, one for each side. And then inner tie rods, one for each side. While I was away this past week, I kept getting a check engine light, and I was able to run a code. It was a P0120 code, which was telling me that it needs massive hawk just like flew over. That was sick. Oh, he's like right up on that right there. He's right up on that tree. That was sick. As I was saying, we had a P0120 code, which was for the throttle position sensor. Pete, the guy that I bought this Tacoma from, actually already bought one, an OEM Toyota TPS. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that in today. It should be like 2 Phillips head screws. That's about it. And then we're gonna work on the curtains and the reflectix that I have on the windows just to try and tidy that up, make that a little bit more manageable. All of my adhesive was like falling off the whole time because it's been 90 degrees, and inside that thing it probably gets even hotter. Coming to the front of the truck, show you guys real quick how to replace that sensor. All you have to do is come over to this side. I thought it was easier to do it on this side. All you do is take out a Phillips head right there and one directly below it on the underside of the sensor. It's got a little connection right here that you have to unplug. That's it. Take it out, put the new one in, and we'll see if the check engine light comes back on. been a few days of work now. I have been back doing the production assistant job this week, so I've been sleeping out of the truck this time, not at a Walmart parking lot. I got tired of that pretty quickly, so this week I've booked a campsite. It's pretty nice, just to be able to have my own little space, not have to worry about sleeping in a Walmart parking lot, and to top it all off, your boy's got a hot shower in the morning. But real quick, I wanted to show you guys what the setup looks like. I'm gonna take a second to actually put it together because it looks much better than this. Okay, so since I last talked to you, the neighbors have gotten a little bit musical. So I'm sorry about the background noise, but I've put together the truck, and I'll show. I mean, it's not much, guys. It's not much. I'll show you what I got. Pretty simple, all in all. I pulled the solar setup out of the carport, so I have power. I've got electricity. I've got this giant, I think it's like a 15 or maybe even a 20 gallon, no, maybe not that much, but it's probably like a 10 or 15 gallon tank for fresh water. Some blocks here just in case. This campsite is actually quite level, but I figured I'd bring some wood blocks in case I needed to adjust the truck a bit to get it level, so that way I'm not sleeping on a weird angle. The solar setup out of the carport has been super clutch. Literally haven't even been using the panel to charge it much. I've been out here for 3 days and it still hasn't died on me. I've been running a fan pretty much all throughout the night. I use it to recharge the lantern, charge my phone, my laptop, all the things. Here we've got the stove. You guys have seen that one burner before. Cooler, pretty obvious. The bed here is pretty simple. I've got some Reflectix down on the bottom just as a base layer, and then I've got an inflatable air mattress, camping mattress type thing. Sleeping bag. Don't really sleep in this much, more just on top of it. And then this blanket here. On the side here, I've added these, and Jenna helped sew these. So huge thank you to Jenna for the help on getting these set up before I had to leave. But I've used command strips and some hooks to hang a curtain rod, and then some homemade curtains. I actually have one for this back here too, but I just don't have it set up because I'm obviously outside the truck filming with you. And last but not least is the tool chest back there, which just has miscellaneous things, silverware, stuff for cooking, cleanup stuff, you know, all the little things that don't really have a home, that's where they go. That's really it, guys. This is how I've been living for the past almost 2 weeks now. It's been a huge journey with this truck already. I've slept more nights in it, I think, than I have slept at home since I picked it up. At this point, I'm not really sure where this video's at or even what the purpose of it is. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what I've had going on because obviously the uploads have been minimal, the mosquitoes are crazy, and I just wanted to show you guys what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. I think it's kind of crazy, so I wanted to share that with you guys, and if any of you are truck campers, let me know. Put it down in the comments. Give me some tips on this setup. What would you like to see? I don't want to do anything too crazy before we move, but after we move, you know, it's game on. For anyone who's interested and has a topper, a truck topper that doesn't have a liner or that carpeting on the inside, it's kind of a pain to do things like curtain rods. So I actually went and got the command strips, are rated for like 2 pounds, and they're outdoor command strips. So the issue I had the first go around with the Reflectix on the windows, I use these little Velcro sticky adhesive things. Actually, there's a couple left here, but what would happen is, especially where I would place it on the topper itself, during the day the topper will get hot and then the adhesive glue will just dissipate and kind of just fall off. But so far these command strips have been doing a wonderful job. Another quick update on just the channel, I do have actually parts sitting at home for this truck, so we get to work on the suspension and steering components very soon, and then also have something very special for lighting coming to the channel here probably in the next week. So I'm just waiting for things to come in the mail and then we can get going on that. But this is how the taco stands. I should call it home at this point because this has been it, guys. I do want to thank you guys for being patient with the uploads. Obviously life's been crazy with picking up the new car, everything that happened with the Prelude, jumping right into getting ready for Jan and I's move, and then now this little side gig that has been keeping me busy in New York. So it's been all over the place. I've been all over the place. I'm sorry for that and not getting content out more consistently. I hope you guys are still enjoying it as it's coming out. If you are, give it a thumbs up. Like I said, comments down below what you got recommended for the taco here and truck camping specifically. Very interested in what you guys have to say about that. I've taken enough of your time today. Stay tuned for the next update. Subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you in the next one. Keep elevating. Adios.